From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hi, this is Hannah Mordeau, and this is your News 8 Daily for Wednesday, November 5th. Warmer weather out there, mid-50s to start the day. You will notice, though, super windy. Lots of sunshine, but these wind gusts are going to be up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. Upper 60s, but yeah, you're going to feel that wind. We're following breaking news in Whitestown. Police say there was a home invasion this morning, leaving one person, a woman, dead. It happened at Mays Lane and Red Barn Drive, just off of Main Street. Whitestown police gave us a little bit of information this morning.
Yeah, that's right, and that call came in about 6:49 this morning. That initial call was for a home invasion, but Whitestown Police Department just told us that now it is a shooting investigation that they're investigating. I'll step out of the way so you can see where those officers are congregated right there. That is the home that they've been focused on all morning long. This is located at Mays Lane and Red Barn Drive just off of Main Street, and Whitestown PD say they found a woman dead outside of the home. Investigators say at least one gunshot was fired from inside the home. Captain John Yurkish says officers recovered a gun from the scene, but he did not say whether it was the one used in the shooting. Police say they believe two people were inside the home at the time of the alleged break-in. Investigators have questioned several people, but Captain Yurkish said did not describe anyone as a suspect. There was also no word on whether police believe someone else involved may have fled the scene before officers arrived. So again, this is still an active scene as officers are kind of wrapping this up right here as they're taking down the crime scene tape. But again, this happened at 6:49 this morning. That initial call came in as a home invasion call, and now Whitestown Police is investigating this as a shooting investigation. If we get any more information, we'll bring it to you on air or online. For now, here in Whitestown, I'm Colin Bailey for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
More breaking news. The Louisville airport is once again open this morning, and the death toll is now up to 9 people killed after a UPS plane crash yesterday. New video also this morning shows the wreck and the fiery aftermath. A business near Louisville's airport caught the plane on video as it went down yesterday. Officials say the plane crashed at around 5:15 yesterday evening, just after takeoff. It was bound for Honolulu. Louisville's fire chief says 4 of the people who died were on the ground. The airport says you should expect delays and cancellations today. Louisville is home to the largest UPS package handling facility. Company says it is halting package sorting there and did not say when it will resume. A 79-year-old man from Elwood has died in a plane crash in Madison County. Authorities say Robert Snyder was the pilot and the only person on board when his plane crashed into a tree. Photos from the Madison County Sheriff show the scene. It happened just off of County Road 100 West, north of Anderson. Investigators are not speculating on the cause of the crash. They say an autopsy and blood tests may tell them more, though. Election day results are in, delivering headlines here and across the country. Our biggest local issue was in Avon, where voters said yes to a funding plan for schools. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez went to the State House this morning and tells us the Avon referendum got a lot more attention than was expected.
Voters in Avon pretty easily approved extending that property tax referendum in Avon for funding schools in the community. That's despite some unusual campaigning from Republican Lieutenant Governor Micah Beckwith. He went door to door before the election to urge voters in Avon to vote no on the property tax referendum. He says that the property taxes in the community were already too high. According to unofficial results from Hendricks County Clerk, 65% of people voted in favor of extending the property tax. School officials say the revenue from the tax helps pay for student activities and about 170 jobs within the school system. Voters in Perry, Porter, and Lake counties voted to also approve property taxes for 4 school districts. However, voters turned down a tax referendum for Northwest Allen County schools. That's in northeastern Indiana. The higher profile elections happened elsewhere in the country, and in those, Democrats were dominant. In New York City, Zohran Mamdani became the city's youngest mayor at 34 years old. He's also the city's first Muslim mayor. Democrats also won 2 key governor's races yesterday. In New Jersey, Congresswoman Mikey Sherrill helped her party keep the governor's seat. And in Virginia, Democrats took back the governor's office with the state electing Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger. Meanwhile, in California, a Democratic-backed proposition to redraw congressional maps was approved by a 2-to-1 margin. Mayor-elect Mamdani addressed supporters after the race was called in New York City last night.
Tonight, you have delivered. mandate for change. A mandate for a new kind of politics. A mandate for a city we can afford. And a mandate for a government that delivers exactly that.
The elections in Virginia and California could give Democrats a boost in the ongoing battle over congressional districts. It's a fight that President Trump started when he pressured Republican-led states to redraw districts to help the party hold its House majority in next year's midterms. Republican leaders here in Indiana announced earlier this week that they will start the 2026 session early to debate whether or not to redraw the maps here in Indiana. They are expected to start on December 1st. Reporting from outside the State House, I'm Hernan Gutierrez, Wish TV and WishTV.com.
This is the 36th day of the government shutdown, now the longest in American history. It appears to be very little movement from the Trump administration or the U.S. House, but new reports say senators are making some progress toward ending it. Amy Kiley reports on the ongoing talks.
Fortunately, this nightmare is going to end for our federal employees and those that depend on SNAP.
As of today, the government shutdown is now the longest in U.S. history. Several senators are tentatively predicting it could end soon.
I'm optimistic that we should be able to get something done this week.
Multiple sources say a possible deal between senators is being negotiated. It involves some kind of stopgap funding bill and a promise to vote later on rising Obamacare subsidies. Some Democrats say that's not good enough for people facing skyrocketing health care costs.
We need to stand firm for the real interests of the American people.
But two sources say about a dozen Democratic senators have privately signaled an openness to such a plan. If Republicans agree, that would be enough votes for the chamber to pass the bill.
As the days roll by, the consequences and pain of the shutdown grow more severe for the American people.
I'm Amy Kiley for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Wish TV is your education station. Head Start programs in Indiana might be forced to close if the government shutdown continues. News 8 government reporter Garrett Berquist tells us one program in northeastern Indiana has already shut its doors.
Fremont Community Schools ran 3 Head Start facilities. All of them shuttered at the end of October. Nearly 150 families in northeast Indiana are entering November with no prospects for childcare.
A lot of these families are suffering. They might work 2 jobs and just making ends meet. And now, for some of them, they might have to stop their own work to be at home because their kids at home.
Fremont Community Schools serves a rural area near the Michigan line. Stitz says there are very few childcare options in that area. It's one of 6 Head Start programs in Indiana that were supposed to begin their new funding cycle this month. The other 5 found temporary funding, but they don't know if they can keep it up past November 30th.
I don't know if disappointment is the correct word, if it's a strong enough word to use, but disappointment that, our federal government can't come together and help out some of our most needy families.
The Indiana Head Start Association says there are 42 Head Start programs in the state. They serve about 13,000 kids every year and employ about 4,000 people.
It's not just early care and education. It's really fantastic nutrition. It's wraparound services such as health services. It's about helping change the dynamic of multiple generations of families.
Cecil says Head Start programs renew their federal grants annually. They don't all start their budgets in the same month, so most Indiana programs still have time. He says 2 more programs begin their budget cycle next month. Until there's a deal to reopen the government, Stitz says he's connecting parents with what resources there are in his area.
Our hope is when the government shutdown ends, that within a day or 2, that budget gets approved and, our Head Start is back in business. But it's a waiting game.
Cecil says to stay in touch with your local Head Start program and to contact your member of Congress. I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
Indianapolis International Airport says the government shutdown is not yet having much impact on travel here. The airport did see a few delays yesterday for flights to or from the East Coast. We talked to a frequent flyer about the situation.
Yeah, I mean, when you listen to the national media, and they're probably covering one place that's probably having a lot of delays. We had no delays, but we were kind of thinking on the beginning of it, maybe we don't do this because we're probably going to get just stuck somewhere. Now that's yet to be seen. I'm here and not home yet.
The Indianapolis Airport Authority says it keeps close contact with the FAA and the TSA about any possible impacts from the shutdown. More local news now. Investigators have identified more remains from one of Indiana's most infamous murder scenes. The Hamilton County coroner says Roger Goodlett is one of the victims in the Fox Hollow Farm killings. Police say Goodlett was reported missing in 1994, and his remains were among the many found at the Westfield property in 1996. Goodlett is now the 13th person identified. Investigators have long said the home's owner, Herb Baumeister, was the killer, but he killed himself as authorities started to uncover the crimes. Police believe he lured men to his home, killed them, then disposed of their remains on the property. Switching gears, sports now. College football's national championship picture is taking shape with the season's first playoff rankings. The CFP puts IU at number 2 and Notre Dame at number 10. Rundown mirrors the AP and coaches polls, which also put the Hoosiers just behind Ohio State and ahead of everyone else. Notre Dame has taken an interesting route to its position. Irish started the season ranked 10th in the polls, then dropped sharply with early season stumbles and have climbed back to where they started. As for the Hoosiers, head coach Curt Cignetti says this about what he and the team expect.
I don't think those expectations change any time of the year. I mean, if you want to be the best that you can be and you're committed to being the best you can be, you do a good job when you're in the building, right? You do a great job, high standards, and you eat right off the field, you get your rest, and you don't do things that are going to set you back. To me, it's whether it's November or April, it's all the same.
Hoosiers are on the road this week when they take on Penn State. Kickoff for that one is set at noon. Colts hope their newest team member can fix what has been one of the few weaknesses this season. The Colts made a deal to bring in the Jets defensive back Sauce Gardner. He is widely regarded as one of the best corners in the league. In the deal, the Colts send receiver A.D. Mitchell and their first-round draft picks for the next 2 seasons to the Jets. Wish TV Colts insider Kevin Bowen did not hold back on what he thinks about the deal.
The biggest trade in franchise history, in my opinion. When you think about the compensation for it, when you think about the player you're getting, and he's only 25 years old, and Sauce Gardner under contract through 2030, premium position. I think that is also something when you look at cornerback and the need to improve your pass defense. It is a massive, massive trade.
Gardner was the 4th overall pick in the 2022 NFL draft and is a 2-time All-Pro. Let's go to Jane King now with your business headline. She starts with election impact, specifically on New York and businesses.
Of course, New York City elected a Democrat socialist to be mayor. Now, Wall Street has been worried about Zohran Mamdani becoming mayor and what it would do to New York City's competitiveness. There was a new CNN poll also found the economy, particularly dissatisfaction with it, drove voters to the polls yesterday. Well, employment opportunities hit their lowest level in more than 4.5 years in October as the government shutdown dragged on. That's according to the job site Indeed. Now, Indeed showed a decline in salary offerings as well as job advertisements in October. We were supposed to get a jobs report, a monthly report on Friday, but that will not happen due to the government shutdown. And the Ag Department told grocery stores they cannot offer discounts to SNAP recipients amid the government shutdown. The notice on the USDA's website said that SNAP authorized grocers must offer eligible goods at the same prices and on the same terms and conditions to all of the shoppers. A spokesperson for the National Grocers Association said that grocers do remain committed to serving all customers with fairness and integrity during the shutdown. And the Trump administration working to lower the price of weight loss drugs like Wegovy and Zepbound. They could drop as low as $149. Now, the deals would result in Medicare and Medicaid covering the drugs for weight loss. The discussions are still ongoing, but if an agreement would be reached, President Trump is expected to announce that tomorrow morning at the White House alongside pharmaceutical executives. Well, stocks had a losing session yesterday. Worries about valuations hit the market yesterday and this morning. We're quiet mostly lower for the start. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.
One more story to share here at Wish TV. A chapter is ending at our news station. This is Scott Sanders' last day. After more than 20 years of helping you start your morning, Scott will be starting his with a little more sleep and with his own family. It's been a remarkable run. We are all better at our jobs, thanks to Scott. And this show, Daybreak, focused on local stories and how they impact all of you, has grown to be what it is, in large part because of Scott. So here's a little look back at his time here at Wish TV as he reflected during our 70th anniversary coverage.
I started Wish in 2005, actually overlapped barely with Mike Ahern, the iconic anchor here.
This is breaking news from Wish TV.
The reunion, happy reunion of two young men and their father after an unexpected night on the shores of the White River in Morgan County. Debate about these and what they mean. And the pressure from the network to get it on the air, log on to wishtv.com. Scott Sander with Ken Brewer and Randy Ollis. These gentlemen have been at it most of the morning long already, breaking in with coverage long before daybreak started.
It may have matched the blue mood of some Colts fans today with the breaking news we have about Dwight Freeney.
Ground covering as well, so we'll see if there's anything beyond damage at that spot. Want to go through several of the spots.
I'm good. All right. Oh, come on. You got to keep that hair looking good.
What do we do when the rain comes?
We tap dance. Usually it scares me on the pitch, and that just was more like a gentle, okay, let's go ahead and do that. Watching the weather, we're watching the traffic out here. We're also meeting new yellow shirts, or yellow shirts who've been around a long time. Breaking news, this is the base for the Borg Warner Trophy. Clearly it is coming close. Sometimes the best things just happen to you. Truly fast cars of the day have started to thunder up a little bit. These are the Corvettes that'll pace the race today.
Starting at 4 every morning. Thank you. All the way till noon.
A cover girl on set with us right now. Scott Sander was on the cover of Carmel Monthly.
Don't you worry.
Ride the escalator.
Why has he got to do me dirty like that?
Whoa! So
What a dashing picture that is.
Wow. Memorial for Scott.
It does. It does. Yeah, the late lamented and not very missed Scott Sander.
For $1,000, I'll kick out the other occupant.
Yeah.
You know, get up.
He'd seen her!
Whatever they're called.
No.
He'd seen her!
Just burp every once in a while. That's a good day for a gondola ride.
Yeah, no way. Maybe later this afternoon.
The eye massagers, man, you're living life.
I got this for my bride.
Yes.
She said, that looks ridiculous. Fine.
It's all mine.
The current high in the state is out in Richmond at 88 degrees. We take a look at the storm track 8 forecast right now. What we're really, you want me to draw?
Yeah,
this
can
is
you
going to
do
work?
that? Yeah, can
all
you do
right.
that?
Yeah, I don't have the magic finger.
You don't.
Take it away. My parents, their parents, the people who've been important to me professionally have all underscored to me that if somebody's going to do this job and then somebody's going to consume it, they're going to be at the other end, they're going to take their time and spend that time with you, you better do a good job at it.
20 years here at Wish TV. We thank you for it. You've been our leader, and also happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yes.
You like how I stack them all together?
Yes, all birthday.
All right, so I've had almost a year to write something useful, and I'm quite sure that I've failed, but let's go ahead and give it a try. Turns out I'm good on short deadlines and pretty useless on long ones. And to answer the question that I've gotten an awful lot, yes, I want this. I let the bosses know about a year ago. To use a baseball analogy, the only question was how many more innings I'd play and when to turn the game over to fresher arms. The coach says the best time for the team is now, and I've benefited from a lot of coaches' decisions over the years, so no hurt feelings here. Hannah and Cody, the mound is yours. That's the end of the baseball analogy. I do want to thank my teammates for giving and keeping the goodbye fairly low key. We're in a tough era for local journalism. Every newsroom in our community is struggling to find the right way forward. Some good people are adrift right now because of it. It would be a crime of self-importance to ask for balloons and noisemakers and pats on the back at a time when far more deserving men and women are on the sidelines and hurting. Even talking this long feels pretty self-indulgent. So friends, neighbors, our viewers, thank you for letting me be part of your mornings. It's been the honor of my career. To those who've reached out from time to time to praise our work or to prod us to do better, I truly appreciate it, and I hope you'll continue to do it. A sincere thank you, too, to those I've worked with and for along the way. Everything I know I've learned from you, and I'll never be able to repay the debt. And to my family, I've missed mornings with you. Captain Crunch at 3:15 is not very good, kind of stinks in fact. So tomorrow Dad's waking up to your alarm and we're having pancakes.
Yeah.
And then I'm staying up to watch a game. I don't even know what game, but hopefully it'll last past like 9 o'clock. After that, I have no idea. I still need a paycheck, so I might mow some lawns or some fairways, tow a trailer out of Elkhart to some other corner of the country. Perhaps I'll still finally learn to weld, or maybe teach a class if any of our institutions of higher education think this old reporter has anything that students might like to learn. Whatever is next, it'll happen here in Indiana. I love this place. It is my home. And so it's farewell for the moment, but not for long. And please say hi when I see you around. That's it.
We love you.
On a personal note, it has been a privilege and an honor to work with Scott. Also, it is his birthday, so happy birthday, Scott. We wish you all the best. This has been your News 8 Daily from Wish TV. I'm Hannah Mordo. Watch us on Wish TV and wishtv.com.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.